Hello my friends and welcome to this video where I'm going to go through something called the bankroll management. I've been talking about this a lot in streams, stuff like that, and some of you have may seen it in my top 6 tips in how to be the best player in Golf Clash. But there is just a few minutes about that, and that was a long time ago, so I think just make a video about bankroll management and try to explain a bit more why it's so important. Also going to use the calculator here on the iPad to show you some calculations and that as well. Before we start, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and yeah, so be it. So let's start. Bankroll management. What is bankroll management? Bankroll management comes from the game of poker, for me at least. When you play a poker tournament, you do have set a limit on how many percent of your bankroll you can bet in one tournament. For example, if you have $100, you may don't want to bet more than 5% of your bankroll, which means that you only pay $5 to that tournament. Why do you do that, you may think? The reason for that is that you don't want to bet everything at one tournament. You may be unlucky in that tournament, or you may not play your best game at that stage, which means that you potentially can use your whole bankroll. And if you use your whole bankroll, you need to start over again, and then it's another grind, and then you get in a mental stage where you may deposit more money, and you will come in like a wheel in a bad way, that you do bet more money, then you play a higher tournament or a higher game, which will cost you more money, and you bet all at once to win back the thing that you lost. So that way to address it is actually the easiest way to describe what bankroll management actually is, and like to put a word on it, like control your bankroll so you never go broke. For me, you can see I have over 8 billion coins, and of course now in the end, when I only play to 11, I do not have a problem with coins. But in the beginning, I started out with 200 coins, as all of you that you started out with. And then I thought from the beginning, I do not want to get broke. I do not want to go broke because I don't want to start over. I see so many people in the community that do have to start over because they have 1,000,000 coins, or they have 100,000 coins, and they gamble because they want to go up through the tours faster than they would in that situation. And I would say that's really wrong. That will leave you in many ways, that you have to start over. Then you may find yourself in a situation where you feel bad, you buy more coins, you spend a lot of money to buy coins, which is terrible in that way. I'm not saying it's terrible to buy coins if you got specific package, but if you can avoid to spend coins on if you can spend money on coins, that would be a big plus, especially when the coins is so expensive. I'm going to start here on 2-1 because this method, and I say it again, bankroll management, do apply to any of the tools. And I do go with a method that I want to have at least 10 times the buy-in for the next tool before I do go up to the to the next tour. For an example here, to take it easy, we have 2-1. We bet 100 coins here. That's the start, as you all know. 2-2, we do have an entry fee of 200 coins on 2-2. Which means that if we take 200 times 10, we do need to have 2,000 coins before we go up to play 2-2. Before that, I stay on 2-1 to grind. I did do that through all the tools. I did stay until I had at least 10 buy-ins to that tool. Then I went up, and then I played. And if I did lose down to 1,000, like half of it, like 5 buy-ins, I would say instead. I would lose down to 5 buy-ins of that tool. Then I would go back one tool to start over again to grind myself up to 10 buy-ins, and then go up again to give it a new try. And that's the same way for tool 3. You do have 800 in entry fee, you do want to have 8,000 before you play on tool 3, and so on and so on. And then some people may think that that's boring, then I maybe need to grind one tool a lot more because I can't get it to work, I can't get the coins that I want for the next tool. Then so be it. If you potentially want, it's like you can stand in two sides here. Do you want to potentially lose all your coins because you are too greedy, or do you want to be a maxed out player sooner than you would be otherwise? That is basically what you're choosing between. And I would choose, of course, being a maxed out trophy player, instead of being in a position where I may lose my coins and have to start over. And then you may think that, oh, I will never lose my coins. But I'm speaking in a general situation here. I know that many of you that watches this video have come in that situation where you really want to play that game on tool 5, but you do only have like 20,000 coins, but you want to give it a try at least. And then you lose that game, and then you want to give it a try again because you were so close to win. And the thing is, again, if you do use this method with 10 buy-ins on the next tool, if you potentially lose on that tool, you lose down to 5 buy-ins for that tool, then you go back and grind again. That will give you such a boost in your confidence when you play, because you have in your mind that you actually can lose without it potentially bankrupt you. If you go up with just 1 buy-in or 3, then you know that you need to win that game, or you need to win one of those 3 games or 2 of those 3 games. You put a tremendous amount of pressure on yourself, and that is just so unnecessary. And if you do put a lot of pressure on yourself, and I can talk for myself, when I do stream live, I do put a lot of pressure on myself because I want to because I want to play really good for you guys, and then I do make some bad shots that I normally don't because I put so much pressure. And that's the same thing here. You put so much pressure, you do focus on if your opponent has a lucky shot, a lucky eagle, and you don't want to come in that situation, guys. You do not want to come in the situation where you blame the game, or you blame your opponent because you lost a game that you potentially should have been played. I hope you understand the logic here, because it's not that I don't want you to go and play tool 11 and match up against me or anyone else, of course. It's that I do want you to keep the fun in the game. It's not fun to lose all your coins. It's not fun to start over. And lucky me, I haven't done it. And I say a big thanks to the bankroll management that I actually learned that and actually used that in the early stages. So I always had that boost of confidence when I go up in one tool. So many people as well do want to grind coins. They ask me, first of all, they ask me how can I get so many coins, and also how do you grind coins? Do you play until 7 because it's a higher buy-in, or do you play until 6? I will take a short example. I don't want to make this video that long either, but we take till 6 and till 7 for an example. You do have an entry fee of 30k until 6, and till 7 you have an entry fee of 100k, okay? And that means that you of course potentially can win more money until 7 if you win more games than you lose. Say for an example, you do play till 7, you win 50% of your games, and you lose 50% of your games. Normal when you go up and play a new tool because you're not familiar with the courses. And then until 6, you play 10 games, you win 6 of them, and you win 60%, and you lose 40% of them. Which tool should you play? And I would say tool 6 right away. You should always play on that tool that you win more than 50%. because then you go plus, and everything that is plus is better than 0. Also a way to say, just because the entry fee is higher than and the potential win is bigger in a higher tool, doesn't mean that you should play on that tool if you don't have a win percent of over 50% on that tool. Something that you have to have in mind to summon this up with bankroll management is that when you do go up to a new tool, even though if you crushed it, we take till 6 and till 7 for an example again, even if you crushed it until 6, it doesn't mean that you will crush it until 7. You have to have in mind that you are playing people and players that have been playing till 7 a lot more than you have done. Which means that you will lose a bit more in the beginning, because you still need to learn the shootouts, you need to learn the regular courses to be able to get those up. So that's why as well you need to have 10 times the buy-in and go down to 5 if you lose, then go back and go up again, because you want to have those losses in the way that you don't again put that enormous pressure of on yourself that you need to start over again. My friends, this was a video about bankroll management and how to use it and how it actually works. I hope this clears some stuff out for you, and if you don't use it today, do use it. It applies on any level, and if you do have any questions about it, please make a comment in the comment section below, or make us a message on Team Golf Clash Tommy on Facebook. You can also see many posts about people, especially people that have played this game for a while, make posts about it in the Golf Clash Elite forum. It's also a community on Facebook. Do not forget to hit the subscribe on this channel. If you like this video, please put that thumbs up so we get some likes on it as well. Otherwise, my friends, I will leave you with a nice evening.